called a clef note. Welcome back to our Stupid Rex Idiots. This is Corbin. That's Rick.
Rick.
He calls.
You're the
Instagram and Twitter. Content. I
It's
do
so
it for
juicy.
Ring the bell to be followed the notification squad. Did it, and we do it again. No, we won't. Anyways, what are we doing, Rick?
I don't know. What is happening, Corbin Mouse? What is happening, Corbin Mouse?
This is a video. It's called Real Voices Without Autotune.
Perfect.
And I think it's,
Only in this day and age
Yeah.
do we have to create something called Real Voices Without Autotune.
but this is actually Bollywood singers. So I'm assuming it's going to be.
I'm assuming it's going to be phenomenal. They don't
Yeah.
need Autotune.
But apparently this is just a compilation of different singers when they're singing without.
Now, what I'd like to hear, and it's probably not going to come from any singers from India, I would like to hear the real, like, there's people out there selling millions of albums who can't sing to save their face because they've got producers who use Autotune.
T-Pain is the greatest singer of all time.
Okay, so
it's just a compilation of. I'm assuming we'll know a bunch. I'm assuming there's a bunch we won't.
all right, so the Real Voice Without Autotune. Okay,
Which singer do you like the most? I'd say that doesn't make any sense, but it's Bollywood singers without autotune.
okay.
So
And
just-
which singer do you like the most? Okay.
Here we go.
Somebody zipped up their fly.
डीजे वाले बाबू मेरा गाना चला दो डीजे वाले बाबू मेरा गाना चला दो गाना ओ डीजे वाले मेरा गाना तू चला दे थोड़ी वॉल्यूम मुझे कर दे थोड़ा बेस तो बढ़ा दे
मुझे खोने के बाद एक दिन तुम मुझे याद करोगे फिर देखना मिलने की मुझसे तुम फरियाद
दिल पे पत्थर रख के मुंह पे मेकअप कर लिया ओ दिल पे
Are you singing?
रख के मुंह पे मेकअप कर लिया मेरे सैया जी से आज मैंने ब्रेकअप कर लिया सुबह सवेरे उठ के मैंने ये सब कर लिया
तेरी गलियां गलियां तेरी गलियां मुझको भावे गलियां तेरी गलियां तेरी गलियां गलियां तेरी गलियां इश्क बुलावा जाने कब आवे
Ooh, smooth.
इश्क बुलावा आवे जब आवे पहले भी धड़कन ये धुन कोई गाती थी पर अब जो होता
Some of these rooms must be really difficult to sing in.
पहले न होता था तेरा होने लगा
San Jose, California.
इतनी दफा सुबह को मेरी तेरे आंगन में बैठे मैंने शाम किया चन्ना मेरे
He just is so talented.
सारे तेरे कंगड़े दे तरीके दिल मंगड़े दे मेरा भी दिल चोरी कीता फैन तेरा बन गया ये सही तेरी हर गल झूठियां
तेरे हाथ विच किस दी अंगूठी
मैं हो गया दीवाना बलिए तू हो के सदाई फिरदी कर दियां कंधां उत्ते नी मेरे पोस्टर लाई फिरदी दस तेरे बिना समझूगी
So he's laying
है
down.
कौन जट दी मैं तेरा ब्लड गोरिए राजन दे यार बुलाया सुन ले पुकार बुलाया तू ही तो यार बुलाया मुर्शिद मेरा तेरा मुकाम कमले हर घड़ी बदल रही है रूप जिंदगी छाँव है कभी कभी है रूप जिंदगी हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो
Recognize his voice.
मेरे रश के कमर तूने पहले नजर
जब नजर से मिलाई मजा आ गया मेरे रश के कमर तूने पहली नजर मोह के धागे तेरी उंगलियों से जा उलझे कोई टोह टोह ना लागे किस तरह गे ये सुलझे है रोम रोम एक तारा जो बादलों में से
हो मिल जाए इस तरह तो लहरें जिस तरह फिर हो ना जुदा हाँ ये वादा रहा दिल तो ये चाहे तेरा और मेरा हो जाए मुकम्मल ये अफसाना हर मुश्किल आसान हो जाती
जिस बात का तुझको डर है वो करके दिखा दूंगा ऐसे न मुझे तुम देखो सीने से लगा लूंगा तुमको मैं चुरा लूंगा तुमसे
Nice way to end it.
Yeah, there's a reason they ended it right there. But this also, when most of them were really good.
They're good, yeah.
Yeah, obviously they don't need it, but also it's, you could say more from an actual singer's perspective, but it's something, like it messes with the sound if you're in a enclosed room.
Oh,
and
yeah.
what's in the room.
Oh,
and
yeah.
what kind of microphone you have.
That's why people feel so comfortable singing in the shower, because typically the acoustics in the shower are fantastic. So people like to sing in the shower because there's a nice reverb and it's a full sound.
Reverb helps it sound better.
Yeah, reverb absolutely gives an expansive, larger sound. It actually helps you stay in pitch.
Oh, okay.
Versus a dry, flat sound, which is most sounds if you're just singing in an empty room. So the acoustics play a big part in how confident you feel singing and the quality of your voice.
Yeah.
And live singing is unquestionably the test that determines whether or not you're a good singer. Anybody I've ever heard on the radio, when I get a chance to hear them live, for me, that's like, okay, now we'll see if you're an actual singer. That's why there's some artists that I don't like, who I used to, and other artists who just went through the roof in
Like
my...
who?
Somebody who I always believed and hoped based on recordings was a great singer, and then saw her live, was Demi Lovato, who has worked her butt off to become a good singer, because Ashley and Alexis listened to her from day one, and I've listened to her vocals grow and her training and her work, and then saw her in concert with the kids. She's fantastic. The most extraordinary vocalist I've ever heard live that completely blew me away was Celine Dion at the start of her career. She was on the American Music Awards, and she came out midway through the performances, and it was...
And her heart went on.
It did. And there was no one, the only other person that captivated the room, and for a completely different reason, was Prince, who I've seen live a couple times. But as far as singing capacity, and granted, yeah, she had a microphone and everything, but when she started to sing, it just boggled my mind how good she was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also just goes like most of those people were either in their rooms or in a car. They just were told to sing it like on a microphone in like a press briefing or something.
Yeah, and another great singer.
And then they show the one at the end who's actually on a sound stage, and she had a band behind her, and they probably did sound check before.
Yeah. Well, and pretty much anybody who had a music career before the late 80s and early 90s when Autotune was created, you couldn't get away with being a bad singer. You had to be a good singer. Yeah. So like anybody from up until the late 80s and 90s, you couldn't get away with being a bad singer. Like Michael Jackson he sounded live like he did in his recordings.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney sounds live as he does in his recordings.
I think Sharia is one of those singers that's just... I'm sad they didn't show Letta.
I know.
I was waiting for Letta. I was like, she's just gonna she could sound like a nightingale regardless of where she is.
Yeah.
But her and then what's his face with curly hair? What is his name?
Arjit Singh.
Arjit Singh. Thank you. Another one of those that's just super talented. There was a lot in there that were really good, and that was interesting to hear them because whatever room you're in does have a major effect on how it sounds.
It does. And the other thing that's to be said, we've mentioned this before, is anybody in India who's singing things, a lot of what you're doing in your modalities and the notes that you sing and the riffing that you do going in and out of things are more complex than Western music because there's more going on there. And the need for control and the need to be on pitch is more difficult with Eastern music than it is Western music. Yeah.
That was cool though. That was cool to see. How do you say her name?
Shreya?
Yeah,
I think. Shreya?
She's talented. She's got a good career ahead of her.
Yep. Very pretty voice. Yep.